to another edition of AMW Television. Now, today we're going to continue to talk about all the great things you can find on the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Network. That's the AMW Wrestling Network.com. Sign up today, get a 30-day free trial, and it's only $4.99 a month after that. Tons of AMW content on there, as should be. It's our streaming service. But also other great promotions from around the world. One promotion in particular, our sister promotion, Southern States Wrestling, based out of Kingsport, Tennessee, which has been around for several decades now. And we're going to take a look at a couple things that they have to offer on the AMW Wrestling Network. First of all, we're going to take a look at a match between our very own John Noble from the early 2000s, as he was the nationwide heavyweight wrestling champion. And he was defending his title against 400-pound Brian Wayne. Let's take a look right now.
Here we go, Eric. We're back here. Nationwide heavyweight title match. Another big title match on television. The #1 wrestler in the country, the nationwide heavyweight champion. John Noble holds that belt to prove it, and he just dumped the 400-pound monster Brian Wayne on his can right here on television.
I tell you, 3 great drop kicks right there. Took down the 400-pound mammoth. Noble, a ball of fire right now, taking it right to Wayne, and he may be a champion, but he's certainly fighting like a challenger. And I tell you, he really wants to take it right to Brian Wayne, and nothing's going to stop John Noble. Great headlock right there on the 400-pound monster, just wearing him away, using his speed to his advantage, and that's going to be how Noble's going to have to win this one. But, oh, devastating maneuver there. Version of the Samoan drop, put Noble down on the ground.
Tell you what, you've fallen from about 6 feet in the air plus 400 pounds on top of you. Just to kick out of that is impressive. But I must add this too, you must look in the corner of Brian Wayne, and that road sign is there, and why the referee allowed it, I have no idea. But I tell you what, John Noble is in trouble. He may be in trouble here, but I know he's definitely in trouble Thanksgiving night as he defends that title against the man that almost beat him the last time in Kingsport, and ruthless Roger Anderson, managed by the Duke of New York.
I tell you, Roger Anderson's a devastating professional wrestler. I've seen him in action many times, and each time he's gone out there, he's given 110%. And of course, the Duke of New York will give 110 on it his own, whether it be through hook or crook, Bo.
Well, I must say this, after the pile driver to the handsome Bo James, yours truly, gave the Duke of New York the last time in Kingsport, I think he's going to think twice before he interferes. But John Noble in trouble, and I must say this here, John Noble to sign a match this big on television going into Thanksgiving night may not have been the smartest thing to do, because, one, he could lose the title here, miss the big payoff, miss the big time money Thanksgiving night, and 2, he could be injured and go into his match entered against Roger Anderson, the wrestling machine, and Roger will just pick him apart.
Absolutely. I've seen Roger Anderson do that many times just on wrestlers who just weren't up to speed, let alone injured. And Noble may have let the adrenaline, may have let the TV exposure get the best of him and putting that title on the line against the 400-pound Brian Wayne.
That's true, but you can't say this for John Noble, and I'm not knocking the man by saying he's putting a lot up, because he is putting a lot up, but he does have a lot of heart, and he wants to prove that him beating Bull Payne in Ohio for that title was not some fluke, that he is the top wrestler in the country right now, the nationwide heavyweight champion. He defends his title throughout the country for many different promotions, including All-Star Wrestling from West Virginia, Nationwide Wrestling from Ohio, Atlantic Coast Championship Wrestling in the Carolinas, and Southern States Wrestling right here in the Mountain Empire. This man is truly a wrestling champion, and Thanksgiving night, Ken Bowles did everything he did. It took to get it, and he got a nationwide title match in Kingsport, plus some lucky lady wins a date with John Noble Thanksgiving night.
That should definitely be interesting to see. I've seen the ladies' reactions. They certainly do love John Noble and Flex Armstrong. And two separate ladies could walk out of Kingsport with a great little date on their home for the evening.
Exactly right. I also want to say hi to Mikey and Mr. Landis up there at the Riverview Cafe, Chilhowie, Virginia. Go by there, tell them Southern States Wrestling sent you by. And Cornwell Tools, David Payne, authorized dealer, 791-8665, 7912 for all your tool needs.
Noble right here, ball of fire comes right in, nobody home. And Noble just having a hard time overcoming that 400 pounds of Brian Wayne. He's outweighed by almost 300 pounds in this matchup, and I tell you, it's not looking promising for the nationwide champion.
Exactly right. Brian Wayne, he's a 400-pound monster, but a year ago, he was a 500-pound monster. He has lost 100 pounds. One time I asked Brian Wayne, you know, you're a big man. Why did you work so hard to lose 100 pounds? And he said, I worked to lose that so I could get myself in conditioning, I could move better, and I could go after big-time titles. He's a former Appalachian heavyweight champion, and he may walk out of here today on television in front of all of us, the new nationwide heavyweight champion, and he would go in Thanksgiving night against Roger Anderson. He would take the commitments of the nationwide champion and have to travel the country as the top wrestler in the country, but John Noble is not going to lay down easy for him.
I tell you, he won't. And, you know, Brian Wayne, being the wrestler that he is, would probably stay in the Turkey tournament too, and which means he'd have a first-round match against Flex and could possibly get that shot against Ricky Harrison and then also be the heavyweight champion.
That's right. The Southern States heavyweight champion Ricky Harrison's got Handsome Bo James this Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, last man standing with a big drop kick from a 400-pound man, Brian Wayne. He's setting him up on the top rope. What in the world is he getting ready to do here? And he's going up there himself. What is going on here?
That's definitely amazing to see a man that size anywhere on the ropes, but he goes down hard. Noble perched on the top rope. He's looking fire. Here he comes, big cross body. Noble hooks the leg. Rep there, 2, 3, Noble.
Nationwide heavyweight champion. Eric, let's go to ringside if you've got comments with the nationwide heavyweight champion, the #1 wrestler in the nation, John Noble.
John Noble alongside. First of all, congratulations on a great victory over the 400-pound Brian Wayne.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Brian Wayne's a very, very tough man. He's a big old guy coming here and running his mouth, talking about he was going to take this from John Noble. Well, nobody is going to take this from John Noble. They'll take it when they take it from my dead hands.
Well, I tell you, John Noble, you got a tough matchup coming up Thanksgiving night in Kingsport, Tennessee, as you have drawn competition from the challenging, ruthless Roger Anderson. Of course, you can't forget about the Duke of New York.
Well, you know, the Puke of New York is nothing but a worthless punk. If he gets within 5 miles of the place, I'll rip his nose clean off because we all know his nose will reach 5 miles anyway. Now, Roger Anderson, been all over the world, all over the United States, WWF, WCW, fought everybody, beat everybody. But Roger Anderson, just like everybody else, is going to find out when you climb in the ring with John Noble. John Noble might not be the biggest man. John Noble, heck, might not even be the smartest man. But Roger Anderson, you're going to find out come Thanksgiving night, John Noble is all man, punk.
Well, I got you here, John. Also on Thanksgiving night, a lady in attendance could walk out with a night on the town with John Noble.
Well, you know, we've been coming to Kingsport for a little over a year now, and there are a lot of beautiful ladies in that town. And, you know, it'll be a pleasure, it'll be an honor for me or anybody to spend one evening with anybody from Kingsport, especially one of those lovely ladies.
It all goes down Thanksgiving night, Kingsport National Guard Armory.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Are you a member of a church group? Are you a member of a sports team, local school, volunteer fire department, or any other nonprofit? Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling for a fundraiser to bring money to your organization. Have some fun, a night of professional wrestling, fun for the entire family, earn some money. Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and help make wrestling great again.
Kyle Maggard here with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, the premier wrestling organization in Southeast Kentucky. No, Southeast United States. Now, our offices get flooded with questions day in and day out about how you can get your Appalachian Mountain Wrestling merchandise. Well, I'm here to tell you now, you can go to ebay.com, search Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, find our online store there. You can get your own Appalachian Mountain Wrestling shirt that I'm wearing. You can get all of our special DVD tapings, whether it's Thanksgiving Turmoil, Hardwired, Weekends of Champion, Summer Bash. Get your special superstar photos. Get them signed, get them unsigned. Prices may vary, but all the products are the same, and that's simply the best because we're Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and we're making wrestling. Welcome back, fans. Now let's take another look of another great match from Southern States Wrestling, early 2000s, between the Yankee and Ricky Harrison against John Noble and Handsome Bo James.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, There's another great match coming up here. Ricky Harrison and the Mighty Yankee taking on Bo James and John Noble and the ever-present Duke of New York outside the ring. Now this match has a stipulation, a couple of stipulations to it. Bo James is putting up his Southern States heavyweight title belt in this match. And if Harrison's team wins, then Harrison will be the champion. Now, if Harrison's team loses, Bo James gets a match with the Duke of New York. And Noble, man, I'll tell you, he's greased lightning in that ring. I'll tell you what. Folks, if you're enjoying this show, come on out Friday night and see these competitors in action. It's our big 11th anniversary show, Southern States Wrestling's 11th anniversary. It's going to be this Friday night at the National Guard Armory in Kingsport, out in Allendale, right across from McDonald's. Bell time is 8 p.m. John Noble will be here. Ricky Harrison will be here. The Duke will be here. Bo James will be here. And a lot of big surprises. So come on out and help us celebrate 11 years of wrestling the way it ought to be this Friday night right here at the National Guard Armory in Kingsport, Tennessee. Only 5 days away till a big night. We hope to see you there. Now back to the action. Looks like that Ricky Harrison's kind of stalking John Noble there. They tie up, collar and elbow, and Ricky goes behind John, flips him over, and Noble kicks out. And both men come up with fist clinch. Referee Eric Foster saying, hey, boys, we ain't going to have that. No fists in this match, open hands only. A quick reminder that under the new rules, there will be no groin shots, and there must be a winner in every match at Southern States Wrestling. There will be no more draws. And Noble goes behind Harrison. Let's see what he can do with him now. Oh, Harrison tries the flip. Almost gets pinned. Noble got a 2 count. Oh, Harrison's hot, and Noble pushes him to the mat. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, John Noble, one of the most exciting young wrestlers in the sport. Been in wrestling 7 or 8 years, knows the ropes pretty well. He's got the quickness, the agility, and he's not a weakling either. John Noble's a strong man. He's really going to go places in wrestling. Tie up again, and Noble takes Harrison in an arm bar and twist. Tags Bo James. Oh, Bo's been waiting for this now. He's been waiting to get his hands on Harrison. Oh, ha, ha, ha. You'd think it was the Three Stooges with a poke in the eyes from Bo and a hammerlock on Harrison. Now, if I know what I'm talking about, I'm going to think that Bo wants to punish Harrison quite a bit, because I'll tell you, there is bad blood here between these two men. They have fought each other in the parking lot, in the arena, in the bathroom, in the dressing room. They just plain don't like each other, folks. And when they get in that ring, you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to have an exciting match. And Harrison backed into the corner. And they tie up again, collar and elbow. Harrison backs Bo into the corner. Oh, and Bo ducks, and Harrison decks his partner. The Mighty Yankee is down and gives another shot to Harrison for good measure. And the Duke of New York is beside himself. I don't think that the Duke quite had that figured into his strategy, folks. And Eric Foster giving the count. And Harrison and the Yankee having a little discussion as to whose fault that little miscue was. I don't know if they ever made an agreement or not, but Harrison back in the ring. Getting ready to square off against Bo James. Oh, no, no, no. He's tagging the Yankee now. I think Harrison's had enough for a little bit. I don't know who this Mighty Yankee is or where he's from, but he's a big guy. Got a lot of strength and looks to have a bit of technical wrestling skill too. And Bo James backed into the corner. Harrison holding him. And once again, James ducks, and the Yankee decks Harrison. I'll tell you what, folks. You can tell Bo James has been around. He's not going to fall for those ploys. He's learned his lessons well over the years. 11 years Bo's been wrestling. As long as Southern States has been alive, Bo James has been there. And in addition, wrestled for a lot of federations across the country. Learned a lot from such stars as Jerry Lawler, the original superstar, Kurt Hennig, Buddy Landell. Every time Bo goes into the ring, he learns something. And the Yankee headbutts Bo in the midsection, takes him into the corner. Bo comes off, ducks the big right hand. Looks like he was going for the pile driver, but Harrison started in the ring to make the save. I'll tell you, they don't want to feel the wrath of Bo James's pile driver. That's the exact reason that you see that neck brace on the Duke of New York. And it's been several weeks since the Duke was put in that pile driver. He's still not over it yet, folks. One of the most devastating holds in professional wrestling, the pile driver. I can remember years ago, a wrestler was killed in the ring as a result of a pile driver. Buddy Austin killed a man with his pile driver back in the early 60s. That's how dangerous this hold is. James and Noble. Oh man, a double backdrop on the Yankee. Noble with the right hand knocks him to the mat, knocks him to the mat again. I'll tell you what, this Yankee's, he's regretting crossing the Mason-Dixon line, I believe. Noble ducks the punch, a drop kick. Down goes the Yankee. He's in the wrong corner. He thought that he was in Harrison's corner, reached up for the tag and was staring Bo James right in the face. And they're having their way with the Yankee now, folks. Noble goes for the pin. Oh, almost a 3 count. I'll tell you what, Eric Foster was 3 inches away from the mat on that 3 count when the Yankee managed to get his shoulder up. Now a double team on the Yankee. James and Noble giving Harrison and the Yankee a little of their own medicine there. And Harrison protesting that there was no tag, but Eric Foster is allowing it. And the tag, in comes Noble. Back to work on that left arm of the Yankee. Oh, the Yankee goes for the eyes. Flying mare down to the mat into a headlock. Oh, and Noble reverses it into a hammerlock. And Eric Foster asking the Yankee if he wants to give up. And the Yankee, of course, saying no. And the Yankee back to his feet. And let's see what he's got up his sleeve now. Ooh, an elbow right to the forehead of Noble. The Yankee backs Noble into the corner. Fist to the head. And a tag. Here comes Ricky Harrison. Ooh, I felt that one all over here. All the way over here, folks. Harrison with a vicious kick to the arm of Noble. Into a chokehold. And Eric Foster trying to break it up. Of course, Harrison knows he's got a 5 count, and he's going to take advantage of that. Okay, folks, we're going to take a short break right now. We'll be right back with you after these messages.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
Are you a member of a church group? Are you a member of a sports team, local school, volunteer fire department, or any other nonprofit? Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling for a fundraiser to bring money to your organization. Have some fun, a night of professional wrestling, fun for the entire family, earn some money. Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and help make wrestling great again.
Kyle Maggard here with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, the premier wrestling organization in Southeast Kentucky. No, Southeast United States. Now, our offices get flooded with questions day in and day out about how you can get your Appalachian Mountain Wrestling merchandise. Well, I'm here to tell you now. You can go to ebay.com, search Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, find our online store there. You can get your own Appalachian Mountain Wrestling shirt that I'm wearing. You can get all of our special DVD tapings, whether it's Thanksgiving Turmoil, Hardwired, Weekends of Champion, Summer Bash. Get your special superstar photos. Get them signed, get them unsigned. Prices may vary, but all the products are the same, and that's simply the best because we're Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and we're making wrestling. Wrestling fans, now the very best wrestling action in the Southeast is at your fingertips. That's right, the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Network is live and online. See the very best wrestlers today competing in traditional, hard-hitting action straight into your living room. See legends of the ring like the Rock and Roll Express, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant, Al Snow, Scott Hall, AJ Styles, and many more.
Over 125 hours.
For only $4.99 a month. Yes, it's $4.99 a month. But wait, if you sign up right now, you get a week absolutely free. See the very best from the Southeast and from other promotions all around the world. Go to www.amwwrestlingnetwork.com today. Get your free trial and help make wrestling great again.
He's really changed his stripes in the last few months, and he's a very dangerous wrestler now. I've seen Harrison hurt several wrestlers in the last few months. Now the Yankee back in. Looks like he's trying an abdominal stretch. And he is. He's into an abdominal stretch with a little assist from the Duke of New York. Putting the pressure on Noble's midsection. And Foster checking with the Duke. And the Duke saying, of course I did not do anything. And once again, the Duke takes a hand of the Yankee for a little assist there on the abdominal stretch. Just a little bit too quick for Foster to catch him, though. Now, folks, that abdominal stretch is just exactly as the name implies. It stretches those abdominal muscles. It's a very painful hold. It can be a submission hold if a wrestler has it really mastered, such as George Becker did back in the days of Mid-Atlantic wrestling. He ended many a match with his abdominal stretch. And a body slam on Noble. Yankee continues to work. Ooh, misses with an elbow drop. Noble rolled out of the way, trying to get over to make the tag, and does. And Bo James is back in the ring. Gives the Yankee a shot. Here comes Ricky Harrison. Gets his dose, and back on the Yankee. Ooh, and the Yankee goes to the eyes once again. I'll tell you what, Bo had the Yankee on the run, and the Yankee did what he had to do. He went to the eyes and blinded him momentarily so he could retake the advantage. Not a very ethical tactic, but one that works. Yankee makes the tag on Harrison. Harrison comes in. Looks like he's going to the ribs. He sure is. Working on those ribs of Bo, a kick to the ribs. And Harrison continues to work. Bo down on the mat, writhing in pain now. I'll tell you what, from looking at the at how hard that Harrison kicked him, it's a wonder Bo didn't break 2 or 3 ribs. He might have. He's certainly still on the mat. And Harrison goes to work with that chokehold. And Bo trying to come up from the mat. Eric Foster calling for the break. And Harrison now jerking Foster around, but Foster's not going to put up with that. And the Duke takes his shoe off and hits Bo James right in the top of the head with it. And in comes the Yankee after a tag. Looks like the Yankee's going to continue to work on Bo's head for the time being. And Bo up to his knees, and a shot to the midsection of the Yankee. And another. And Bo has the Yankee doubled over. But the Yankee right back to work. Goes for the eyes, then the forearm to the head. And almost a 3 count. Bo did manage to roll out of it. Almost had the pinfall on Bo James. Now the Yankee with a front face lock, trying to wear Bo down. He knows as well as anybody that you're going to have to wear Bo out before you pin him, because Bo's not going to lay down and give it to you. I'll tell you, Bo's been up against some of the best in this business, and he's held his own with each and every one of them. And Bo with shots to the midsection of the Yankee. And the Yankee with a little assist from the hair takes Bo to the mat. And the Yankee stomping Bo, still wearing the big man down. And Yankee goes to work on Bo's forehead. Eric Foster trying to break it up because he's plainly using the fist, and once again a rake to the eyes. I'll tell you what, folks, this referee of ours, Eric Foster, he's about as alert as any referee I've ever seen, but when you get it going against people like the Duke and the Yankee and Ricky Harrison, you can't watch them all at one time. And Harrison ordered the break. And Noble coming in after Harrison, but Eric Foster stops him. And looks like the Yankee and Harrison are going to do an illegal switch, as there obviously was no tag. Foster asking him if they tagged. And of course they're saying they absolutely did. And the Yankee goes to work again on Bo James. And the tag, Harrison coming in. Double team into the ropes for a double clothesline. And Bo reverses it. He takes the Yankee and Harrison to the mat and makes the tag. Johnny Noble coming in. A little tornado Noble. And he's got Harrison and the Yankee on the run. Right hands to both of them. Now looks like Bo's regained his composure a bit and going after Harrison. All 4 men in the ring at this time, and out goes Noble. And the Yankees following him. And a 2 count by Bo James on Harrison, but Harrison kicks out. Bo really wants to win this match. He is itching to get his hands on the Duke of New York. Oh, and Brian Logan comes in. Brian Logan comes in and Pearl Harbor's John Noble. John Noble is down, and here it is. Here it is. Oh, my God, it's a Cobra Clutch. 1, 2, 3. And the winner of the match is Bo James. And Logan continues to work on John Noble outside the ring. Now the Yankee is going after Bo James. And Brian, the player Logan, really showing himself tonight.
Fans, thanks for tuning in like you do each and every week. Be sure if you haven't signed up on the AMW Wrestling Network, go over there right now. 30-day free trial. You can also visit our sister promotion, Southern States Wrestling, their streaming service at southernstateswrestlingnetwork.pivotshare.com. Folks, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.